On my way out of Astorga, heading south along the Via della Plata, which means the Silver Road. And maybe this is a good omen. It's crisp and it's cool, but the sunlight is wonderful and it's making the path, the Via della Plata, look quite silvery. It almost looks like a silver road, just the way the light is reflecting off the rainwater from the previous days. It's actually been very, very damp and cold and misty. It's been a shroud of mist which kind of subsumed Astorga. You couldn't really see it. Occasionally you could catch the towers of the cathedral popping out of the top, but no, it's been very misty. But today it's very beautiful with the sunlight. Astorga behind as we seek to make it to Salamanca within the week. Some quite big distances over the coming days. There's much larger gaps between the albergues at different stages, and still no guarantee that they'll be open in January. So just got to suck it and see. That's the way it's been. You just don't know what's going to happen next. So Via della Plata, about 500 kilometers down to Seville. Then there's about another 4 or 5 days down to Cadiz, and then across the Straits of Gibraltar for the final leg down through Morocco. Astorga was used to be called Asturica Augustus, I believe was the Roman name for it, and it was quite a key town, fortified town. Some pretty extensive Roman remains dotted around the town. Some fine examples of some pretty swanky villas, as must have been. You can see the central heating systems and the mosaics. And yeah, Astorga was a key place as goods and merchandise were transported from the south of Spain and from northern Africa, and then there was a connection from Astorga to Rome. And over in the distance, I believe, just about make out the snow-capped peaks of what I believe must be the Sombrero Pass, which you have to go over if you're on the way to Santiago. It's a good old climb that day out of Via Franca del Bierzo, and then there's a big climb out of there, and then you drop down again, and then you finish the day with a sort of 1,300 metre ascent to reach Sombrero right at the top. It's worth it at the end of the day, but it's a long slog that day. I think my route today is much flatter. You can just admire the mountains from a distance and be grateful that today I don't have to climb over them.